They released him. Remember that movie with Joaquin Phoenix? Well, you look like a person, but you're just a voice in a computer. I can understand how the limited perspective of a non-artificial mind would perceive it. It was a movie about artificial intelligence that was so smart, so good, and really personal. And the main character, without giving too much away, has built a very personal relationship with AI. And that's really how I felt today. So let's go through all the ads together. I will comment on it, so let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Today I'm going to talk about 3 things. There you go. We'll start by explaining why it's so important for us to have a product that we can make freely available and widely accessible to everyone.
Alright, so you can already see what they're going to be talking about. They will talk about the mission. I'm going to skip that. Essentially, it's about making artificial general intelligence and its value largely manageable. Now, whether you agree with their approach or not, that's their mission. Then they launched a desktop app and a web UI update. So let's move on to that. But the main part of the presentation is GPT-4o, and it's the letter O, not the number O. And I'm going to tell you all about it while we're watching this video on G. Well, let's take a look at all the changes that the user interface has undergone. And let's look at the desktop app.
The big news today is that we're launching our all-new flagship model. It's GPT-4.0.
Alright, so she announces that they are announcing GPT-4.0, their new flagship model. So it's not GPT-5? We didn't get GPT-5 today. There have been a lot of rumors that this is going to happen today, but they are still slipping. And so we have GPT-4.0, which is an iteration of GPT-4. And it's really unique in some ways, but what they've done with it, and they've described it as magical, it's pretty darn cool, and really takes us a big step towards that vision of its future.
GPT-4.0 provides 4-level GPT intelligence, but it's much faster and improves its text and audio viewing capabilities. Over the past couple of years, we've focused on improving the intelligence of these models.
So I'm gonna stop there for a second. The O in GPT-4o is an Omni model, and that's what they call it now. It's essentially text, a vision, and a voice all in one. But I'll let Myra talk about it.
This is the first time we've really taken a big step forward when it comes to ease of use, and it's extremely important as we're looking at the future of how we interact with each other.